If your washer jets look like this, then they could fail an MOT. But the fix could cost you nothing. So let's get into the video and show you what the fix for this is. So you can see on the failure sheet for the MOT, windscreen washer provides insufficient washer fluid. It's a common fault, so let's show you how it can be fixed very easily for very little cost. As you can see, the washer bottle is full, but it's only dribbling, so we're guessing that there is a blockage on the filter just before the pump in the grommet. So what we're going to do is lift this up and show you what you need to go through to clean the filter, and then hopefully we will have full pressure washer jets back on this car and we can get it in for an MOT and get it through its test. So on the passenger side of the car, the pump is just behind this cover. So we'll get the cover off and then we'll show you exactly what you need to do. To get into where the pump is, you have to remove two 8mm bolts and a little plastic clip. Your first job is to remove these two 8mm bolts. So once you've removed those, that allows you to move the back of the tray or back of the wheel arch liner out. One plastic clip which sits in there and into there on the bumper. You just need some kind of trim tool and you pull the centre bit out, which allows you to pull the whole clip out, and then you're able to move back the wheel arch liner and you can see in there the pump. What we're using is a brake caliper hanger. So when you're doing brakes, obviously you don't leave the calipers hanging on the brake pipe. It also comes in handy. I've just got it through the hole where the trim clip was, and it's just sat on the tyre tread. And now we're able to get access and strip the pump out. We're guessing that it's going to be messy. So we've got a bucket and a tray on the floor. We're going to lose probably 4 or 5 litres of fluid because it's full. We're going to remove the pipe and hopefully we can drain most of it into the bucket. So to take the pipes off, you just push these clips back, and then once the clip out like that, you can then remove the pipe. We've got absolutely no fluid coming out of that side. We've got no fluid coming out the other side either. So we'll remove the electrical connector. The pump is held in by a little bracket. So you can see we've got the pump out and we're not losing any fluid. So I'm 99% sure it's definitely the filter. Remove the grommet and I don't think my bucket and tray has done much of a good job. But what we have got is, I will try and get this to focus. If you look in the end.
So I couldn't get the DJI Pocket 3 to focus enough on this, so I switched over to the iPhone just to get a clearer shot for you. This little rubber bung is actually the inlet filter for the washer pump. If you look closely, you can see the slits down the side, and then on the end you got these tiny holes, and I mean tiny pinholes. They're basically pinholes, so it's no surprise they block up so easily. When we pulled this one out, it was full of jelly-like gunk from the washer fluid, and that was enough to seriously restrict the flow. I've cleaned it out using compressed air and running warm water through it, and you can see it's come back pretty much like new. Some people do just cut the filter off completely, but personally I like to keep things OEM where possible. It's there for a reason, helps protect the pump from any debris that ends up in the washer bottle, and to be fair, cleaning it once in a while isn't an hard job. It's a few minutes cleaning, and it can save a perfectly good washer pump.
So you can see my floor collection of all the water did somewhat work. Most of the fluid is in the bucket or the tray. We have got a little bit on the side, but it's now time to fit the filter back in. You can see that just clips in the bottom, and then the pump has to slide up into that plastic clip. It is a bit of a tight fit, but it does go up, and then it's just a case of lining the tube up on the bottom of the pump to go in to the rubber grommet. That is now in. I am fairly confident that once we have plugged everything back in and back on, it can be fiddly, especially working one-handed. So you've heard that one clip on. This one is not wanting to clip, so there we go. So that is now back in the grommet, the electrical connector plugged back on. We've now got both cables back on, so let's get the washer bottle filled up. So just remember, when you're removing the pump, don't pull it outwards because you'll end up snapping its clip. You need to push the pump upwards and slide it up, and then bring the lower part of the pump out towards you and slide it out that way. And don't do what I nearly did and leave your torch inside the wheel arch guard and seal it in there. So as I'm filming, and I now expect these to be more powerful, I've got in the vehicle so I don't get hit with the water and don't cover the camera in water as well. So there we go. Full power washer jets, all down to a block filter. A very easy and quick fix. Now we've got these working again, it's time to fill up the washer bottle and get the car down for an MOT retest.
And it was at this point, right on cue, one of my good mates, Lee, appeared for the usual bit of workshop banter. He'd been out mowing his lawn and obviously felt the world needed an update on it. Because honestly, what is more gripping than a freshly cut lawn, eh, Lee? He didn't realise I was filming at the time, and I was going to edit this bit out, but it made me laugh, so I've left it in. Lee is a top lad, always a good laugh. He just maybe needs a little bit of coaching on telling jokes that don't immediately make the room go silent. But watching this back, I actually realised this was probably the first time I'd properly relaxed on camera and let a tiny bit of the real me come through. Normally, camera me is stiff, awkward and about as natural as a gearbox full of gravel, so I'm working on it. Anyway, that's enough lawn chat and questionable comedy from Lee, and back to the job.
What it means is, no, that is nice, it's just where I mowed it quite low, so that in a week's time that'll all green out nicely. I haven't put the lines in or anything yet, I've just taken the top off, so tonight I've got to go in and put all the lines in nicely. And then after about
You're going to be on YouTube
days,
tonight. Look at this.
Where is it? It ain't really, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were messing.
No, genuinely. I told you.
Delete that.
No, and it's picked up all your voices as well because Mike's on me.
Oh, perfect. You know, you couldn't believe it if you told them, so you can show them.
And after that, it's back to the job.
That's how it should be. Full pressure, proper coverage. From MOT fail to passing properly. If yours isn't doing that, don't just replace parts, check the filter first. And if this is save you time and money, hit the like and the subscribe button. There's plenty more videos like this coming. And remember, it's just a car. There's always a fix. You just need to find it.
So the question is now, would you clean it or would you cut it off? And did you even know the filter was there? Comment below and let us know what you would do.
Now we've got these working again, it's time to fill up the washer bottle and get the car down for an MOT retest.